Okay, hi Anderson. So,
Hi.
can you share with us how were you like as a secondary school student back in those days?
Okay. So when I was secondary school student, kids, they want to just have fun and just play around. Then when during exam time, then they will just focus and study. So in secondary school time, studies is not my focus. I was in a normal acad, but then I was in the tutoring class, so I can skip N level. So my O level preparation time is 3 years. So you know what happens if you got more time? You slack more. Yeah. So I slack until sec five, which then I really drew down on my studies like 2 months before O level lah, to push my grades. Yeah. So I passed. I got a decent grade to bring me to uh polytechnic lah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And what course did you choose in poly?
I choose electrical and electronic engineering. The reason why is because my English I got D7. So as English D7, you cannot do a business course. So that eliminated business course. Then the next cool thing will be just engineering lah. So engineering there's three major ones. So it's like electrical, mechanical, and like aerospace. But my grades aren't good enough for aerospace, so it will just be electrical and mechanical. So I just got in electrical and just pursue lah. Cause I don't know what I want. So just pursue first and see how it goes.
And you mentioned that like you were just following your friends lah. So I believe
Yeah.
your friends picked electrical engineering as well. Then you just follow suit.
Yeah. Yeah, it's actually for polytechnic is way more fun. Like the camps you go, then you know more friends. Then it's like you got more time because you are like a more of like a teenager. They got more time to yourself. Yeah. So from there, then I realized that all my friends, yeah, in electrical in poly, and they still want to study electrical in university. So I just study my best and enter the same uni as them lah. So it really narrow my vision. So okay, since my friends are there, why don't I just go over, even though I do not know is electrical is what I want to pursue. So I just go there with my friends lah. Yeah, and actually at the point of time, if I wanted to go business, I can because my grades are good enough to go business. And it's 3 years for business course, for your information. Then for engineering, if you go from JC, it'll be 4 years, but from poly, you got 3 years. So I take it as, hey, I can graduate earlier. I wasted 1 year in Sec 5, and I can graduate in 3 years instead of 4 years. Then, okay, let's just go for it. Lah. Yeah. So I just do my best, and actually, I managed to get a pretty decent uh, uni grades. Lah. Yeah.
Hmm. Understand. And can you share deeper? So how was your poly life? Like you mentioned that you didn't really explore, you didn't know what you like. So how do you spend your time in poly?
Mostly CCAs lah. So I joined like skateboarding until I break my teeth. Then I switch to canoe polo. So it's a lot of sports. In my poly and university is more of sports. So
Hmm.
I never really look at what I can do. So I'll just go through this education system. Electrical and electronics will be my career lah.
Hmm.
Yes.
So I can just summarize. Basically, you didn't know what you like, but because of your O level grades, because of your
Yeah.
friends, you narrowed to electrical engineering,
Yes.
and because
Correct.
of the environment, you just stayed. And
Yes.
on your spare time, you just do CAs, play with friends and do sports,
Yeah.
but you have never
Correct.
inquired or internalized what you truly love. So
Yes.
yada 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 all the way until you graduate and you
Yeah.
finally got a job in a
Yes.
electrical engineering company,
Engineering
something
field.
like that.
Yes. Correct.
And
Yeah.
now as you look back, is that something that you like? Is electrical engineering something you're passionate about?
Yeah. So after I graduated in 2019, so this is about 1.5 years already. Actually, it's not really my passion, but I can do it. I mean, like I'm like not say, wow, this is shit. This is very hard. Then I can't do this anymore. But I can do this, but it's not my passion lah. So when you got no passion and you're going to work for the next 20, 30 years of your life. Yeah, so this really made me think lah. Look back in time, uh, why didn't I have like a path, a broader view to see what's out there in the world? Yeah, then after that maybe I can pursue my interest lah, instead of just my friends are there, like it was fun and games until when you really get out of the working world, earning your own money, and see that you're going to work for the next 20 to 30 years, then it makes me think back, what can I do differently, like from the start lah.
So what I'm hearing is basically you would explore your interest earlier,
Yeah,
so that
yes.
you are clear of what you want to do, like in poly, in university, and not just follow the
Yes,
other people.
follow the crowd.
But I just want got one last question to you, which is that I think a lot of students just focus on the grades and say that grades is more important at the moment. What's your thoughts on saying that if you pursue what you like, your grades will naturally improve? What's your thoughts on that?
Okay, so for me, I don't like studying. I study just that to carry on with my life. So for you, like secondary school, uni, then find a job. That's a education career lah. But actually, what I realized is, if you have a goal, and you are pursuing something you like, naturally you will study. But that's not the case for me. I study just to continue the next stage of my life. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that is really similar to many people out there,
Correct.
right?
Yeah.
But they're just studying for the grades, and then from that, then they have the see how mentality. Yeah, okay, get the grades, then I see where I want to
Yes.
go.
Correct.
Yeah, but if we were to switch the entire perspective, if I know where I want to be, I think the grades will just naturally skyrocket, and more importantly, you know where you want to go.
Yes, correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, be more focused lah.
Yeah.
Correct. Yes.
Thank you so much for sharing, Henderson.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Okay, thanks. Bye.